What I love about this Vietnamese dish is the freshness of the vegetables, flavorful beef, and the intense flavor of the dipping sauce. Yum! Hey everyone, I'm Flo, Dude is behind the camera, and we're all about simple food, simple faith. I first came across this dish in San Francisco at our favorite Vietnamese restaurant, Yummy Yummy. Hey Wilson, this is a shout out for you. You made the best Vietnamese food that I've ever had. Vietnamese cuisine that I've never tried before, because back in Vancouver at the time, all I had ever experienced was beef noodles, pho. But after going to this restaurant in San Francisco, it was like eye-opening. There were so many different dishes that I've never ever had before. And this was one of them. So this is my attempt at creating those same flavors at home. I'm starting off with 4 stalks of lemongrass. I've already picked off one layer of the lemongrass, and it's just like this. And I just picked it off all the way to the bottom. Now lemongrass comes much longer, but the way they're packaged in the stores here, they package this half alongside with this half. And the thing is, you don't use the other portion, so I'm not sure why they include it. In any case, all I do is trim the bottoms. And then you're only using about 4 to 6 inches probably of the lemongrass from the bottom up. And that's where all the flavor is. So I'm just going to chop this up. Probably as far as you're gonna want to go. And the reason why I'm leaving them so big is because it's really hard to eat. If you get the pieces stuck in your teeth, it's really hard to get out. So I'm just leaving them in big chunks like this so that the flavors will infuse into the sauce. But instead of blending it, sometimes I find the food processor doesn't really blend it up enough to eat. While cooking this in the Instant Pot, all of these pieces are just going to fall off anyways, but the sauce will still be infused with all the flavors. I can totally smell the lemon flavor.
That's true.
Can you smell it?
Yeah, I can.
I'm making the marinade straight in a 1-gallon bag. Just putting the lemongrass in there first. Then I'm going to mince my garlic, well, press my garlic straight into the bag. We're using a 1/4 cup of fish sauce. Two tablespoons of soy sauce. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Oh, it smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. Just gonna seal up the bag. Give it a good shake. Ta-da! Your marinade's ready. I have 4 pounds of this flanken short rib, and what it is they cut the short ribs on a lateral so that you get the little bones and you still get a lot of meat on them, but they're thinly sliced. This marinade is good for 2 to 4 pounds of short ribs because the Instant Pot needs a certain amount of liquid in order to create steam. So I think this amount of liquid is just enough. We're going to seal the bag, and I'm just going to mush the marinade around so that it gets everywhere. Once you get it nicely coated, we're going to leave it in the fridge for about half an hour just to let the marinade do a little work in tenderizing and infusing the meat with flavor. I'll be right back. While the meat is marinating, I'm going to make my dipping sauce that we'll be serving with the meat. I have 1/2 cup of warm boiled water, and I'm adding a 1/4 cup of sugar. And we're just going to dissolve that in the the warm water. And we also need a 1/4 cup of lime juice. Our limes are always iffy. You never know how much juice you're going to get out of them.
Oh, not looking bad.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just adding what I have of the lime juice. Let's see how much more I need. That was 2 tablespoons. You know, they say that the best way to get the right flavors for this dipping sauce is when you add the lime juice to the sugar mixture, to taste it, to see if you like that flavor, if it's too sweet or not sweet enough or not sour enough, that you would add just a little bit more of whatever you need, more sugar, more juice. Maybe it's too strong, add a little bit more water before adding the other ingredients. And that's a good gauge as to whether or not it'll be tasty to your liking. Ooh. Exactly 1/4 cup. Now I like it a little bit more limey, so you need to adjust it to however you like it. And that's the great thing about cooking. You can do whatever you want. If you don't like lime, well, that's a whole different story. Then you're not going to like this dipping sauce. Oh, it's so good. Okay, I'm adding 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. And again, you can adjust it to however much you like. 1 clove of garlic minced. Okay, this clove of garlic is so giant, it doesn't want to fit in my garlic press.
Wow, it is big.
Whoops!
Oh, it's
trying to escape. If you have some fresh chili, just cut it out and put it in the sauce. Otherwise, I am using this, the chili flakes. And you can add as little or as much as you like, just to give it some heat. And that's it. That's the sauce. Right, tasting it. Oh, it's good. I like it. All right, it looks like the beef absorbed most of the marinade. So what I'm gonna do is add a 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of water to the bottom of the pot before dumping my ribs in there. And what the pressure cooker is gonna do is just infuse the meat with all of the flavor from the marinade. You know what? If you were to marinate this overnight, you would just have to throw it on a grill the next day and cook it up, and it'd be delicious. But I'm trying to get this ready for dinner, and I didn't have much time. So this is my way of getting flavor into the meat and ready in no time. How come I still don't know how to do this?
Okay. Line up the edges, girl.
All right. Locking the lid into place, making sure the sealing knob is on sealing. And we're going to cook it on high pressure for 5 minutes. Can you believe that? Only 5 minutes.
I can't believe it.
If you marinated the beef overnight, not only can you throw it on the grill the next day, but also just putting it under the broiler for a few minutes on each side, and you'll get a really delicious short rib. Oh my goodness, it is smelling so amazing right now. Oh yeah, look at that. I know they don't look super great right now, but what we're gonna do is put some color on them. All right, I'm gonna dig down to where there's some like saucier pieces. Not that it really matters. I'm just gonna turn this around since I'm not gonna pull them all out at once. Because our broiler is not working, you guys get to see my torch in action. And I am using foil versus my preference for parchment paper because the flame will burn that paper up. So let's not do that. So I'm just going to stick a couple on here so that we can plate it for you and do the taste, because I know that's why you all are here. All right, I have this handy little torch that just goes right onto the butane gas container. I know Dude told me how to do this earlier, and I said, I already know how.
No comment, guys. Light up the thing.
That's it?
That's it.
Ready?
Ready.
Woohoo! All right, when you're using this torch, make sure that the inner light blue flame doesn't touch what you're torching. And all I can think of right now is how I want a more powerful torch.
Yes.
So while the meat was cooking, I had a chance to get all of my other ingredients prepped, just washing some herbs. I have some Thai basil, cilantro, and some lettuce. I also julienned a bit of carrot and some zucchini. I also cooked up my vermicelli noodles and ran them under cold water, so they're not hot, they're just room temperature. I'm just going to cut them because they are quite sticky. This will just make it easier for Dude to eat.
Just one strip is fine.
Okay, we'll just plate it first.
What service?
I know, right? Laying the lettuce down. And then just a little bit of carrots. Some cucumber, and most importantly, let's not forget the dipping sauce. Does that look amazing or what?
Amazing, amazing.
I know you all are ready for.
Yeah. Yummy, yummy. If you make it out to Yummy Yummy in the Sunset, 11th and Irving, make sure you tell Wilson that Flo and Dan from Vancouver sent you. And then feast. So when this dish comes out, it is such a visual feast as well. Like all this color and texture and the aroma from the grilled meat. Oh, amazing, dudes. So we're gonna do it with the wrap. And at the restaurant, it also comes with these rice paper circles that you hydrate with warm water, and then it becomes nice and soft, and then you can layer all the stuff on. So you have the option of like putting all the ingredients on the rice wrap or putting the ingredients on the lettuce wrap. And I'm gonna do it with the lettuce wrap. So I'm gonna take some lettuce off the plate here and create my own little lettuce wrap. Lay it down here, lettuce wrap. Got some of that carrot, some cucumber. I'm gonna grab a piece of meat and have a little swim in that amazing sauce. Put it in there, and we're gonna top this off with some cilantro and some basil. Maybe I'll just put a little bit extra sauce in there too. Yeah, bring it. So good. Oh. Wow, that combination of all those components of the freshly char-grilled meat and all those fresh flavors of the herbs and the veg, oh, and the different mouthfeels, the textures. I probably could have put on more of that sauce. It just would have been like really kind of messy all over my hands, but the flavors are incredible. So many things to do, so many ways to eat it, and so many ways to enjoy it. Amazing.
Awesome. Thanks, Dude. We really do miss eating out a lot, but when we can get these delicious and amazing flavors at home, it really makes us miss it a little bit less. For more easy, yummy Asian recipes, check them out. I will see you over there.